Last up on vault, Amy Chow in second place. Amy won the gold medal on vault at the 1995 Pan Am Games.
And she does a handspring pike front half twist called a Barani. Takes a big hop backwards. She kind of whipped it around and pulled her legs right in. As a result, she had to hop backwards.
Because the handspring, little leg separation there, you can see where she pulled it over, not over, took the big step back, but as you can see from this view, she also is not centered when she takes a hop, way over to the side.
And the score for Amy Chow?
Amy Chow's first vault, a 9.85.
And we're ready for the second vault.
So Amy loses a little bit of ground to Svetlana. We'll see how she does here now on her second vault.
Well, if she hits it, this vault is worth a 10. And that was a much better vault. She must be listening to me out there.
Now, this is a vault that is similar to Dominique Moceanu's in terms of the landing because she can see the ground as she comes around to land. As we stop it when she's upside down after completing the vault, there's a handspring, pike front. There's the half turn. She's upside down. She can see the ground again in this position. She can look right down on the ground and then zero in on the landing. That's why a half turn on a front vault is easier to land.
And the score,
Amy Chow scores a 9.95. And that'll be good enough for her to take the lead over from Svetlana Bogunskaya. The standings now after the vault, Amy Chow in first place over Bogunskaya. Dominique Moceanu has been able to hang on to that all-important 6th place spot. When we come back, the women move to the uneven bars. We'll see Dominique Dawes and Shannon Miller in a moment. Rochester, Minnesota is home of the world-famous Mayo Clinic. The U.S. Olympians ventured out into the city's 47 miles of hospital hallways to visit patients, and they did some other sightseeing. Amanda Borden tells us about it.
Whoa! So much fun! It was a great movie.
It's always a lot of fun and laughs when I get together with my Olympic teammates. While we were here in Rochester, we knew there was a special group of gymnastics fans who couldn't come out to see us perform. So we decided to go see them, and we took a ride over to the Mayo Eugenia Litta Children's Hospital. My life has been filled with good health and good fortune. And wherever we go, we enjoy the opportunity to give something back to someone who's been less fortunate. It gives you a real good feeling inside to touch someone's life and put a smile on a child's face. We all feel this special event scored a perfect 10 for everybody.
And there's Ashley Crawford, one of the young patients who enjoyed the gymnast visit and is truly enjoying today's competition. With one more rotation remaining for all 8 gymnasts, Amy Chow is in the lead. Dominique Moceanu hanging on to that 6th spot. Here's the competition order for the bars. Moceanu up 3rd, not the best spot as she tries to build a high score, but she does have 6th place right now. Shannon Miller will start off the bars rotation. She won the bronze medal in this event in Barcelona in 1992.
Shannon is consistent on all the events, and so if she just has no major mistakes, she should score well on this routine. These athletes have to have 2 releases. There's one, Ginger, and they also have to work on the high and the low bar.
Shannon told us that she really enjoyed touring the country with the other gymnasts the last several months, but not training as much as she did perhaps a year ago.
And Shannon can train. That's one athlete who can work real hard.
Absolutely. 8 hours a day, she said before. Great
Nice
routine.
landing.
Great routine.
Shannon had a solid but not spectacular day yesterday.
And all that means nothing now because she starts from a clean slate on the beam.
This is the first release move. It's called a ginger. Very clean, good position, all the way to the toe point.
American gymnast in history.
The second move is called a takacha, or a reverse hecht. And you see her form stays throughout. She goes down to the low bar. The dismount for this one is what we call a toe on. She's going for a front flip with a half twist so she can spot the ground.
And the score.
And Miller gets back on track with a 9-9 on bars. Next up, Dominique Dawes, three-time national champion on bars. She has been very focused at this competition, scored a 9.825 on the uneven bars in the first day of competition.
And there's a reason why. She's very dynamic on bars. What's nice is that she's such a tall gymnast for a female gymnast, and it looks really nice to be able to do big skills on the uneven bars. Nice and big. Good fluid swing. Here's a giant setting up for a double back dismount. Not the hardest routine she's done, but I think she's doing what it takes to get her into the next round of competition.
As long as she stays in the top 6, which she will,
6 years on the national
she can
team,
start all
two-time
over. The scores are zeroed out in the next rotation.
including Olympic gold.
Here she shoots over the low bar. Little glide kip, fulfilling the requirement to go down to the low bar. Most of the skills, as we see now in women's unevens, is done on the high bar. Her dismount's just a double tuck. Not super difficult, and she lands it quite easily.
But Dominique was struggling with an ankle injury after the vault, but we can't really tell if it's bothering her now. She scores a 9.875 on the bars and has no trouble advancing to the semis. Up next, Dominique Moceanu. Currently in 6th place. She needs better than a 9.825 to make it to the semis. This is not her favorite nor her best event.
But she still does it quite well. She got the reverse hecht over the bar. And as you mentioned, this is very important. So she's hitting everything, keeping her rhythm moving. Here she's setting up for a dismount. Double layout, looks for the ground, very nice routine.
Bars was her lowest score of the competition yesterday, 9.675. We'll see how she does here today when the pressure is a little bit greater.
U.S. at the 1995 World Championships. She was the
And she made a mistake on this event in yesterday's competition. There was her reverse hecht. The mistake came after her second release move, which is that flyaway half turn, the ganger. There's the ganger. And she shoots over the low bar. She bent her legs there yesterday, made it just fine today. She'll get a much better score today as well.
And it is a substantial improvement for Moceanu, a 9.85, and that will clinch a spot for her in the semifinals. Still to come on the bars, Elena Piscoon after this message and a word from your local station.